Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I took that week off, and for good reason. I've been working on some acoustics in the room, and I want to show you what I've done. So this is the new panel that I've put in, a nice triangle panel. It's kind of hard to point at this whilst holding a camera at the same time. But yes, this is a 6-inch deep panel. Kind of difficult to build the framing. There's lots of fun angles in there. The fabric turned out pretty good as well. I kind of made a bad choice on the corners there, but that's okay because this is purpose. It must suit a good purpose. And the whole purpose of this was, say I'm sitting in the sweet spot. Usually these panels catch the first reflections of both speakers on the sweet spot. But say I wanted to play like back here on the Prophet, which is like almost halfway through the room, so to say. And then same on the other side for the 2600. Say I wanted to play on that. What this panel does is it stops those first reflections from going further back into the room. And it also kind of balanced out this upper range of the room, like the upper 1/6 of this room, because it is a sloped ceiling or a triangle ceiling. Going this way, vaulted ceiling, I think is the best way to put it. For some reason, all the mids like to live up in the upper 6th. So by putting in this panel, what that has done is it has kind of balanced out the mids in this upper section and kind of giving me a bit of a wider sweet spot. Like the sweet spot is a lot wider now in the room, so I can go further back into the room and still hear properly. Now, next project is going to be kind of putting some more panels up in here, and then maybe 2 more back there. I might do diffusers or I might do panels. And what I'm probably going to do is use the same, those Waves Elgato panels, just because it's like mostly the mids and the highs I kind of want to balance out in the room. So yes, that's what I've been doing this week. This past week is just kind of figuring out acoustics and everything. And I also retuned my room. So let's take a look at this. So we are looking at basically the old measurements. So as you can see, this is not smoothed at all. It was pretty decently balanced. About a 10 dB curve. So if we go from like 90 SPL all the way to about 11, 12K, that's about a 10 dB curve. I can't remember what the octave is that. But let's bring up the new one. So measurement was a little bit louder. And as you can see, it is a little bit louder now in the low range, which I was kind of missing out on below 40 hertz. This panel kind of helped balance a lot of things, like the mids all the way up to about 1K are a lot more smoothed now. Like there's only about 3 dB variance, 2 dB if you go through the center of it. And then my highs, I ended up doing now an 8 dB curve. So it goes from 100 SPL down to about 92. And it kind of brought a lot more clarity in the room. The waterfall also is looking a lot better. You can see it kind of does a nice little taper down here to about 1K. In general, let's take a look at the RT60. You can kind of see here that I am well within about a 200 millisecond delay time, which is amazing. It's about average probably 170, 150. So my next big project will have to be cleaning up the bass. And I'm either thinking, because I have, like, in a sense, this cubby hole back here, the bass lives in here. So I'm thinking if I build some super thick chunks to put on the floor there that kind of almost go up to the ceiling, the bass will have to travel through those and then try and come back out through those. And I think what that will do will just, it'll balance out that low end a lot. I've also been looking at GK Acoustics. They have the, what are they called again? The Skeptas or something like that. One sec, let me get the camera sorted here. They have their bass traps that have like a membrane tuning and everything. And I've been looking at, I think they were the Sculpta 40s, I believe they were. I'm thinking maybe I might pick up 2 of those to put in that section down there. Um, Either that or pick up 2 of those and find where the hotspot is in the room. I'm almost 100% sure it is in that cubby hole there, and it's just coming back towards me, because the way the room was designed is because the ceiling vaults down in this upper section. It kind of tapers off into this. The bass naturally compresses down into that section, so it is a massive hotspot. I don't know. Maybe one of you smart acoustic engineers in the comments can let me know your thoughts on like closets or kind of cubbyhole spaces in studios, and like if that's where the bass lives, can you kind of stop it from going in and coming back out? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. So yes, Acoustics, been working on Acoustics, and I also been working on the label. So for those of you who don't know, I am the label manager of Random Collective Records now. I've been doing this for about, what has it been? It's been probably about 6 months, so it's been quite a learning curve. Good opportunity. I had to jump on it right away because I thought, hey, this is awesome. I would really love to learn how to run a record label, how to like market a record label, and it kind of inspired me to, in a sense, market myself a lot more and put my music forward, put my music more in the forefront, and kind of like working with artists and working with my label partners. It's very inspiring to now create music because I feel there's just now so much more potential. I don't know. There's like a weird brain block in me before where I almost didn't want to market my music and I didn't want to be, in a sense, in people's faces. And now look, I have a YouTube channel and I'm in people's faces ranting about my daily life in this studio here. So yes, been very busy recently with a lot of releases and editing videos and just doing fun little projects like that. So since I took that little break, I've been kind of brainstorming where I want to take this channel. And I really want to pursue more of a blog format where it's like my day-to-day, or in a sense, what I've done the previous week, just to kind of share my experiences with you all on how I like to make music, how I like to run the record label as I'm now the label manager, how I do my live jamming, how my setup is, what am I enjoying the most at the current moment, what am I working on. I feel it's important for me to share this kind of like weekly experience, daily experience with you all, because we all have the same passion, and that's for making music. And I'm guessing a lot of you make electronic music because obviously you're drawn to all the synths and everything. So I feel we share a big passion, and this has been a big project for me where I've invested a lot of time, a lot of money into just pursuing my dream of creating music and putting my music out there because it really does bring me true enjoyment. So yes, that basically covers it all for this video. This is kind of like the introduction to the new format that I want to take with this channel. So let me know down in the comments if you support this, or what would you like to see in my day-to-day, because I'm always looking to expand my mind on different processes for using an instrument a little bit differently. And that's why I've built this space and made everything ergonomic, because it allows me to, in a sense, be more practice on all of the gear I have in here. So yes, with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next week. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video if you can, as that helps immensely. The goal is we're trying to get to 1,000 subs, so if you can help me get there, That would be immensely helpful. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.